interest is how to get closure from your ex when they won't. Somebody's watching me. Gotta start again. Alright, hey guys, today the topic of interest is how to get closure from your ex when they won't talk to you. Now, oftentimes, when you have your breakup, or the relationship ends in an abrupt way, it can be helpful when the person that you've broken up with gives you or has that loving conversation with you, where you have the loving conversation where they explain what went wrong, yada yada yada, and you get a full picture or you get a full perspective of what went wrong, just so you can get peace of mind. Sometimes you can get that, and sometimes that helps, but this is the thing: what happens when you can't get that, right? And when you can't get that, what a lot of us do is, we struggle to move on because we feel that we need that closure from the significant other for us to move on, right? So we put our lives on hold and we keep trying to contact them, trying to find different ways to communicate with them so that we can get that closure. And the thing is, if they're not giving us that closure, it can be very frustrating, and we don't move on because we're relying on them. So what we're really doing is we're putting our lives on hold, right? So we put our lives on hold until they give it to us. And the thing about that is you can't control what that person's doing. You can't control what the person's doing, so you're just suffering, right? You're suffering, waiting for them to to give you that. So in this video, I'm going to be teaching you how to give yourself that closure. Okay, so I'm going to start with a personal example, and then I'll relay some information for you. So, personal example. So I remember there was this girl that I was talking to, that I was seeing, and I thought, oh, it's going great, whatever. And then she ended it abruptly. So like abruptly, like one day she was like, yo, you know what? I can't see you no more. We can't talk no more. Done. So naturally, after that, I was actually quite hurt. I was hurt and I was upset and I was frustrated and I was like, why would she do this? So for like the first few minutes, I pretended I didn't care. I was like, oh, it just doesn't matter. I don't care at all. I'm not hurt. I ain't hurt. And you try to put on that front, kind of thing. And eventually, it really began to eat at me inside, because I wanted to know why. I was like, what happened? Did it not mean anything to you? So I tried various ways to try contact her, to try have that loving conversation, and clearly the message was not being received. So I was like, okay, this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna call her from a random number so that she will know it's me, so that she can't prepare, so she can't get defensive, and I'll catch her off guard. So that's what I did. So I got my notepad, I got my bullet points ready with what I wanted to say and how I felt, and then I rang her, and then I fully laid into her on the phone. So I was like, you know what? You shouldn't have done that. It really hurt me when you did this. I can't believe you just ended it after all that time. Did it not mean anything to you? You shouldn't have done that. Right. So after fully laid into her, I gave her that pause and I said this. Okay, is there anything that you would like to say? In hope that she would give me closure. And then she was like, she didn't say anything. She was like, no, there's nothing I want to say. I fully understand. She was being a lot more mature about the whole situation than I was. So she was like, no, there's nothing I have to say. And I was thinking, you have nothing to say. You have nothing to say. Did you not just hear my presentation? I just gave you the bullet points. I just laid it down for you, and you have nothing to say. You have nothing to say. So I was very peeved, right? And peeved, yeah. So I allowed it, and I had to let it go. The conversation ended, and still no closure. I got no closure. She didn't tell me why, and she didn't tell me how she felt. She felt a certain way. She did nothing. This is the thing, alright. If you look deep down enough, if you search, like deep enough to the reason why you want closure from that person so badly, you find that the reason that you want closure from that person so badly is really you want validation from that person. And that's what I wanted. So when I was, searching for closure, I wasn't really searching for the closure. I was searching for a validation, because I attached my sense of self worth to that experience. So when like it ended abruptly, I was like, oh man, it must mean that I'm no good, or it must mean that there's something wrong with me, or it's because I'm ugly. That's what it is. I'm just not good enough for her, and it hurt me a lot, because in essence, right, like when you really think about it, closure really does nothing for you, because closure doesn't actually change the situation at hand. It's not going to change anything. But really, what healing is all healing is just a change of perspective, and that's what all you need to do. Is all you need is really a change of perspective, because that's what you're really searching for. You're really searching for a change of perspective, because you have to understand that, like in relationships, people, or in life as well, people don't purposely go out to hurt you. Very few people do, and if they do, they're only doing that because they're hurting themselves. Okay, so like when that relationship ended abruptly, or if you've been in a situation where a relationship ends abruptly without any explanation, you have to understand that there are different reasons why people do things And there's different reasons why people won't give you closure, and one reason could be that they're not good with their emotions, they're not good with projecting how they feel. So rather than dealing with difficult emotions, they run away from it. One reason why the relationship could have ended, or one reason why things didn't go right, was because some of them may have insecurity. So maybe the person cheated on you, maybe they cheated because they get the sense of self from the attention of people of the opposite sex, which is why they felt that if they're not getting the attention from the opposite sex, they feel insignificant, so they go out and they cheat. You know what I'm saying? One person could have just abandoned you because they have abandonment issues and they have a fear of commitment. You know what I'm saying? These are really real life deep insecurities that people have, right? But they wouldn't tell you that if you ask them straight away. You know what I'm saying? So the different reasons do that, but those aren't really what's important. So anyway, back to the point. This is how you're gonna give yourself closure. So this is an exercise that I've used, and I've got other people to use it, and it really really works. So here's what you do. So what you do is you write a letter to that person who has hurt you, or to the person that you need closure from. So write it out and get all your emotions out. So say like, I am very upset with you. I'm very angry with you that you did this and this. Just write it out. Be raw, be honest, be true. So after you've written that letter out, what you do is you write a letter to yourself from the perspective of that other person. So you're really trying to see it from their perspective, a response letter to the letter that you wrote. And what this is gonna do is it's gonna allow you to see things in a different light. So when I was upset and I was mad at that girl, I was only seeing it from my own perspective. But when I actually took in consideration or tried to see things from her perspective, I was much more merciful, and I was less angry and less resentful at the whole situation. And I'm telling you, if you do this, and you may have to do this like over and over again several times, but it's gonna make you feel better, that's for sure. So I really recommend you guys do that. Right, let me see if there's anything else I want to add to that. Yeah, it's really about healing, guys. Um, Doing this exercise will help you heal, that's for sure. Um, so read the comments. That's what you're saying. Yeah, help me heal. Yeah, bro, it'll help you heal, that's for sure. Okay, guys, I have nothing else to add. Video done. Goodbye.